Hi, I'm Josh, owner of Yolkk, and this is our web design process. I'm going to go through it as quick as I can first and then dive in a little bit further. So it starts with effectively learning about you, learning about your business, learning about your needs, answering questions that you're a little bit unsure about before we basically come up to a proposal, send that over to you with a price point on it. We're very transparent about our prices, so do check out our pricing page. But in effect, that's the sort of process here. Payments are usually split up into three, a third before the project starts, a third after we've done the homepage, and a third before we transfer the website over to yourselves. So that's the start of it, really trying to understand your business, understand what we're getting involved in and what we've got to do, and defining that. Again, understanding is the next part as well. We're having a deeper dive into your business, really trying to peek behind the curtain and understanding, how do you get clients? How are you going to use this website? Do you want to use search engines to effectively gain customers? Is it LinkedIn that you use and they're coming over from LinkedIn? Is it like bridal groom and they're effectively all coming from Instagram? Is that your sort of customer acquisition channel? Are you going to be using paid ads? These are all elements of how we're going to build that website to try and work for you and your business. It's really important that we understand everything there. There's a lot of research to be done at this stage before effectively we start wireframing it for you and doing the design and mood boards. So they're kind of two separate things. And then you've got a fair bit of checking on this one. So there is work to do from our clients at the end of this here. So these are two wireframes here. So this is the sitemap. We use Relume.io. This is MVM block management, and you can see the site here kind of broken down. And then they've got the wireframe in here as well. This is GNL staircases here. And again, we've got this sitemap here, and then it's broken down into the wireframe. Now, effectively, GNL, for instance, have, let's go into here. Let's go websites, GNL. They've got branding guidelines here. And effectively, we've taken these branding guidelines, understood about their business, and built out effectively the copy in this website from those brand guidelines and the wording in there, which was absolutely brilliant. But if not, the meetings that we do with you, we're trying to understand the business as best we can so we can really build this out and use AI to generate the copy, but good AI copy. The next thing is that the wireframe really helps out in terms of you being able to see. Let's say you started writing a header and it was like this long, it would look ridiculous. So having that wireframe, seeing that we don't want too much text on the page, we don't want to overwhelm customers, is really important to us. The next part is the website will not look like this, but again, we really think this kind of basic wireframe really helps out. We then give you access to this where you can read the website. In the case of GNL, because I've got it up here, we can go into here and effectively we've got these pages here that they can print out and annotate, do what they want into it, really read and dive in and change the copy to properly suit their business, ensure that we've done a fairly good job at that stage. So that's the wireframe and copy. Design a mood board. We can do it two ways. Some of it is jumping in to like a mood board like this. We use this for Spark Academies. We can really get some ideas from it. These are what we pulled from Pinterest. For MVM block management, we did a little bit different. We showcase various websites and they start quite corporate here. And effectively they get a bit more fun as it goes along here. And effectively this was 6 or 7 websites that we really thought could work for Nisha's website. And we effectively said, go off and have a look at these. What are you feeling? What are the elements that you like and don't like, and so on and so on. This is where you dive in. You as the client have to jump in and really review that text on the page and get it right before we move on to the next step. The design as well, the ones you choose at this stage, we're going to base our designs off. So it's really important to get it right. Maybe even go out and do your own research. We've got pages on our website that help with this as well. Like if you go onto the design inspiration page here, we've got websites that we really like. Of course, you can go onto our projects page as well and see the websites that we've done, and you might like elements of those. Just actually, for instance, on this was JumpSec's website here. This isn't a website that we've produced, but a really, really nice, clear opening homepage. And that's what Mercury Maynard really likes. So this is what we produced to them. And you can kind of see that similarities there. So going back to it, sorry, I'm trying to go fast. But I want it to be nice and enjoyable as well. Going over to the design and development stage, once you've come back with everything, we then go off and build a homepage for the website. This is really, really important. We make it mobile friendly, responsive, so tablets and so on, but we're only building the homepage at this stage. We then send it over to you to review, and you come back. We have a meeting going over what worked, what doesn't work for you. We make the amends. We have a second meeting. Once this is done, and we will get tired of iterations at some point, but it's never really come to that point yet. You know, as long as we've done a good job prior to this, this makes this stage much, much, much easier. Then after we've done the homepage, we ask for payment too. So this is that second third of the full project cost at that stage. So we ask for payment too to be made before we go to build out that full website. Now, this actually takes us maybe a couple of weeks of time to build out that full website, depending on the website size. We do like Loom updates at this point, saying this is where we've got to, this is what we're building, just so you could see, just in case you needed to step in and go, whoa, what's this? But usually, because we've spent so long on that homepage, because we've already built that kind of website identity, it really works out. And effectively, we can showcase a full website at the end, which is so much fun. We jump into review it, of course, and we meet, and there's more amends to be had. There might be elements you don't like throughout it, but usually, again, because we've spent so much time up front here, these are great, really, really fun meetings. So that's the design and development stage. Then we go into building tutorials, adding analytics tools, making sure we've done really a lot more testing. Now, it's a website. Honestly, things go wrong even after it goes live, in the sense of there are tiny little niggles here and there on a certain weird device, a weird tablet with a certain screen size, or, you know, testing, you've got to pull a website up like this as well because some screens are smaller there, or they're really thin, or something like that. So there's always tiny elements. I don't want to pretend there's not, but we really do try and test as much as possible. We add analytics, as I just mentioned, and we effectively ask for the final payment before we transfer that website to your own Webflow account. This is where we produce tutorial videos as well. So this is actually live on our website. This was, I've got some tutorial videos in here. So this is for MDS Legal Webflow tutorial. I've left that up there as public. What else have I got here as well? I've got one for changing DNS records, adding images, news articles and things like that, which is really, really fun. You can kind of see the depth that we go into on these, and we usually produce them completely custom for every client. The idea really is here, and what I really like is, in 6 months' time, you'll have forgotten if I taught you now. So it's important that you have these that are lasting videos, that so when you want to change something in 6 months, you've got something to fall back on. But of course, we are always around to try and help out. You might need to make edits before the website goes live, text changes that you've seen that you didn't see at this stage up here. That is on you to do, but we will teach you how to do those. And then I've even got this down here as important, DNS record changes. You highly likely potentially might have a website already existing. You have a domain that you've bought. Of course, we are there to help out. We do it week upon week. This is super simple to us, but it really worries a lot of customers swapping DNS records. It looks really scary, so I completely understand, but this is bread and butter to us, super, super simple. And then pay for hosting. You might have technically done this beforehand, but you do not pay us for the website hosting. It's all done via Webflow. We do not make money off the hosting. So you come in here and you go into the side plans. Typically, most of my customers want a CMS website here. So they're paying about £250, £260 a year for that. So that you can see the pricing on there. The last stuff is launching that website, and then we ask a review of our services as well at the end of it there. So that's everything. Obviously, SEO I didn't speak of massively. That's actually kind of thought about at the top here and throughout it. That's always thought about. And we kind of do a review at the end there. We've got Uber Suggest, some great website sort of analytics tools there that can really dive deeper into that. Websites are in your own Webflow account. They're transferred to your own Webflow account. They're your own asset. And you can see here everyone's Webflow account, which we're a guest in, but technically we could be kicked out at any moment. So I'm going to end this video here. It wasn't as short as I hoped. I dived way further into detail. But yeah, please get in touch. We're happy to go over any questions. I hope this video was of help.